I'm going to show you how to create a citation for the New York Times Room for Debate website. The first thing you want to do is to make sure you're signed into Noodle Tools. Once you get signed into Noodle Tools, it will take you to your project screen. You want to create a new project. You want to make sure it says MLA Junior, and you want to title it Room for Debate. And you want to create your project. Once you create your project, it will take you to the dashboard screen. There's a few things you're going to do here. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to make sure that your debate is open in the New York Times site. As you can see, I'm doing a debate on taking sports out of school. At the bottom of each introduction, there is a question. Have competitive teenage athletics gotten out of hand? Should high schools eliminate their sports teams? That is essentially the question that you are going to be answering for this debate. You've already completed a response to this in your topic sheet. You're going to now copy that question and you're going to put it in the research questions section of Noodle Tools. You will click Submit. In the thesis section, you can either rewrite the question as a thesis statement, so high schools should eliminate their sports teams because, or you can go and look at your topic sheet and see what you wrote for number 8. So I'm just going to write So I just wrote my thesis, which is high schools should eliminate their sports teams because they distract students from their academics. And that would be what I'm trying to prove to my paper. The next thing you're going to do is to share the project with a teacher. When you click that, it will take you to this screen. You're going to type in the period number of your class, whether you're period 7 or period 8 or period 5. And then you will type in a G, and I should pop up. So it's your period number, and then a G, and you'll see Mrs. Gergis's. And the first and last name, you're going to put your first and last name, which should be there anyway. And then you're going to click Share Project. Once you share the project, it will take you back to the dashboard. And right over here, you'll have 2 black check marks that will let you know that it was shared with me properly. If you do not get the check marks, then you did not share it with me properly. The next thing you're going to do is click on Bibliography. Here you're going to create a citation for this. We're going to cite this as a website. You could technically cite it as a newspaper online, but because this doesn't get printed anywhere, we're just going to cite it as strictly an online website. And you're going to click Create Citation. It will then take you to the screen. Name of the website. The name of the website is always either written at the top, so the New York Times, or some students have cited Room for Debate more specifically. You can do either one. I'm going to put Room for Debate. The publisher of the site can always be found at the bottom. Notice how I'm toggling between both screens. And the publisher is the New York Times company, as you can see right there. So, the next thing is that we'll put your access date, which is today's date, and then we'll ask you for the date of publication. You're going to do one of these for each article, so let's pretend this is the first article that I'm going to do. School should be about learning, not sports. This was published, as you can see right here where it says updated, October 22nd, 2014. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to put October, I'm going to put 22nd, I'm going to type in 2014. You should not have the URL in your final works cited, but if you want to put it in now, just to have as a reference so you can go back to it later, just don't forget to remove it before final submission. The next section it asks about is the web page. You're going to tell me who the author is, and if you go back to the site, you can find out right away. Amanda Ripley is right here. She's the author of this article, and it also tells you a little bit about the author, so it's good to use those parts in your paper when you're trying to give your author credibility. So Amanda is her first name, Ripley is her last. And then the last thing I have to do is do the title. And the title is right here. I will copy it, and then I will paste it, And I'm not doing an annotation for this specific debate, so I'm just going to click submit. And then it will take you, and this is what it should look like. The author last name, comma, first name, the title. Room for Debate is the website. The New York Times Company is the publisher. Some of you might have New York Times over here. The date it was published, it was on the web, and the date it was accessed. You will create the rest of your sources the same way. Mostly you'll just be changing the author, the title, and the publication date because everything else will be the same.